give Jaden good advice. She took her friend's advice, and I'm finding out just recently, which is why I'm not really interested in doing the interview with her friend anymore, that her friend is the one who talked her into doing the Bravo thing. I did not. I mean, I'm just thinking that this lady is a good friend and try to lead her in the right way. And so I think that they should be friends. But for you to be a friend and talk your other friend into doing something so damning and so vicious, I don't even know what to say. So when Jaden told me that, I backed off on the interview with Quincy, and there's no, sit down needed. There's really nothing necessary. Like, you are the reason she's in this situation. So I can see why she's saying she gonna drag you and on the internet if you open your mouth. So I'm like, you know what? It's not even, if that's where it's at and that's what it is, then let me just mind my own business and let them be not be friends. Neither one of them have any friends anymore, and that hurts me sadly that none of them have any friends anymore. But they still have their siblings. Your siblings are always forever. So moving on to what I the aftermath after the baby shower. Baby shower, like I said, was gorgeous. It was gorgeously advertised. It was beautiful. It was it was empty. It was soulless. There was no warmth there. There it was all just and it's sex and it's sad. You can still do content, really good content, open and transparent content without, I mean, an aunt, maybe an uncle, maybe somebody there to represent her. It was just her around with her mom, who she has quote unquote said, "My mom is only here for the clout." That's what she told me. And I'm pretty sure maybe my son probably told her that too. But we found proof, and I post my proof every solitary day. Be lying on her mom too. She could have just been looking for some sympathy, and maybe she used Krishan watch her life story. And I don't know why these people want to have such a horrible just to have a story. There's horrible things that happen to everybody, but to say, I hope she's not lying. I hope she's telling the truth. She said her mom is only didn't want to help her with her other son. It's just been her, and that's why she's in the shelter. And there's nothing wrong with going to the shelter on a mission and a plan. So I understand if she went to the shelter trying to get on and get the free shit. We all know the game. We all know the hustle. We all know the game. I don't know about staying in no motherfucking shelter for no 2 months, no 30 days. I think they give you the shit after like 2 weeks. But if you had to go there because you moved to California, that's a choice that you chose to make for your son. That's what it is. I had family. I didn't have to go that route. So get to the aftermath. I just, as you can see, I really try hard to find it because there's been likable moments with all of them. There's been likable moments for Nevaeh where I thought, my best friend is an Aries, and I'm not saying that to say that that matters. There's likable moments. She just doesn't represent the Aries. They're bubbly, they're happy, they're friendly, they're always laughing, they're always a good time. And I've never really seen any of them that craft or support witchcraft, or they're demons and warlocks. Like, that's a complete and total turnoff for any mother. It's a complete and total turnoff for another mother to want to bring her children and incorporate your values and your character to their children. Ever tell Jaden, if it I don't even know that I would tell Jaden if it was Krishan, because I get it. Sometimes I'll be walking in my flesh and then I'll be like, Lord, forgive me. And I understand Krishan. I just feel like she reminds me a lot of my son, Andre. There's been so much hurt and so much pain and PTSD and trauma that if she don't go get that worked out, and I'm really trying to like be open about how I feel about everybody in my taking no. Usually I'll tell a joke, but it's starting to get a little serious, and I'm starting to see that this is really about to be like their way of life. And we don't want to see nobody else in jail. We don't want to see nobody else's kids. If somebody help, they need to be the first adult, mature person to get the help that they need. We shouldn't have to tell you to go get help. We shouldn't have to tell you that. And in all honesty, she could do open sessions a couple times a week and story, and we will buy it from the beginning. There, she thinks she told her story. When I wrote my book, baby, it opened wounds and it opened places and doors that the book is y'all. The book is doing what it's supposed to do. Okay, the book is doing what it's supposed to do. So go get your copy. It's important to know how to try and find healing in yourself. Jumping from one man to the next man, I did that. I took a period where I just didn't do nobody but my kids, and I forgot about the world, and I forgot about everything else, and that was how I did my healing journey. So until she either goes to talk to somebody, because Krishan's level of pain, anger, um, desire to be loved, and it's not her fault. All of those things, it unfortunately is not her fault. Now, Nevaeh says she got a stepdaddy that she rocking with, this nigga, that nigga, he this, he that. Okay, you had that. We not giving you that. Okay, you said you had everything you needed. Your stepdaddy, you had three daddies and a mom. We not giving you that. Okay, you need to walk around here like you and some respect for yourself and some respect for me, because your son is gonna bring home trash one day too. All the are in my DMs telling me about their trash stories. As a matter of fact, I might even start a Jerry Springer or a Ricky Lake show about it and pull everybody on there so they can tell them, because there's some stories out there. There's some mamas out there that are going through this shit, and y'all gonna go through this shit with y'all sons one day too. Because Pretty Ricky over there, Pretty Superior over there, bring one of them trash bags home, cussing at you, calling you bitches, knocking you, touching you, and doing too much, drunk around you, and just being. I just could not imagine my daughter ever going around anybody's family, and acting this way, just on a regular day to day. Like when you go to somebody's mother's house, young ladies, just because we let you cuss and pop off and do your shit and act like you grown and all this, and we looking at you knowing you're uncooked, you're not ready, you have no ambition, no desires, but to be somebody's baby mama and hope they put you on it's relentlessly disgusting. And just because we don't say anything doesn't mean that we don't feel bad for you, that we don't feel sorry for you, that I don't even look at my son and question, like, but if the coochie is free, what do you expect? You don't see his sister out here with this rapper and that rapper. She might be on the phone cupcaking a jail nigga to get her rocks off, just so her name don't got to be splattered all over Los Angeles. You don't see them talk. I'm pretty sure all of them saying Jaden and Callie's DM, they was showing me when they first got famous, all these different athletes and all this different stuff. But because they know the value of their name, you don't got to get it put on like that. You didn't have to just jump over there with a baby and go crazy. And I'm gonna be like Krishan and sell Krishan's story and make it my story, and that's how I'm gonna come up. And because everybody could see that it's fake. Everybody could see that, yes, what she went through, she's lucky to be have made it. She's lucky to have made it this far. And I'm not saying that her sisters or anybody didn't step in and help her, but everybody knows, without both your parents, let alone not two parents, you really are you are empty soul. You are empty, and she's trying to fill her cup with whatever she can find. And it took me a long time to accept that, because my mom also was a drug addict. My mom got delivered, got clean. I was grown though, all the way outside. But I understand the want and the need that she has, because all my friends have good moms. Yes, I have an amazing dad. My dad ain't missed a beat, but it's nothing like being able to call your mom on the phone and tell her some stuff and get some good advice, and trusting, loving advice. It's nothing like it. It's nothing like when you get in the jam and going to the call your mom, or your car break down and your mom give her your whole car. You know what I mean? It don't even make sense to some of the stuff that Callie puts me through, because every single car she's had, I might have drove it a month and then I give it to her. And she's a spoiled brat. She's definitely a spoiled brat her whole life. But that's a whole nother spoiled brat conversation. We talking about trauma right now. And so if she don't have neither one of those parents to give her any of that, I know that my son probably really feels sorry for her, because they've seen me cry, they've seen me hurt, they've seen me go through a lot of shit to get them where they are. They've seen me put them first. They've seen me be last. They've seen me go to sleep hungry. Um, and for her not to have any of that and just be searching all around this world for it, if she just focus on her child, no matter what type of disability he got going on, no matter what it is, if she just focus on her baby, all of those holes is going to be filled, because my children for me fill those holes for me. So, and it don't matter that he can't do what the other 3-year-olds do. He should be competing with the people on his level, right? 3-year-old disabled child, he will be competing with 3-year-old disabled children. Okay, we would still be. They got little stuff and little clubs and little programs. You just have to reach out and do your due diligence and focus on you on what your blessing is. Okay, so the minute that you do that, I can see that he's filling some of those holes, but leaving yourself wide open for people to mistreat you and use you and abuse you, because you use and mistreat some people too. You've done a lot, and I'm not an excuse for what you did, for what you've been through, because I understand some of the stuff that you're doing. Case in point, yes, when the girl came at you last night, you let your coaches down, you let your family down, you let me down, you let your son down. Yes, we know you can mollywop a hoe. We already.
They're getting paid $5 to beta test Domino's new app, and so is she. And them. They'll get during use on next week's order. You beta test the new app from Dom.
Minnows.
Yes.
Now my connection is.
Now get 0% APR financing or $4,500 bonus cash on Jeep Grand Cherokee, or get 4.9% APR financing for 72 months on Grand Wagoneer. Hurry in now for the best selection of 2026 models from America's most patriotic brand during the Jeep Make This the Summer event.
Or right now during the Jeep Make This the Summer event, get $4,500 total bonus cash allowance on all 2026 Jeep Grand Cherokee models. See your local Jeep brand dealer.
Hurry into the Ram Make This the Summer event for a great American deal. Now get 15% off select Ram 1500 models, plus no payments for 90 days. Or get 10% off select Ram 2500 and 3500 models. And get it all back by American limited warranty. Don't wait. Get a great deal during the Ram Make This the Summer event.
During the Ram Make This the Summer event, get 15% below MSRP for an average $13,300 below MSRP on the 2026 Ram 1500 Limited. See your local Ram dealer.
Keep going the way that you're supposed to go. I tell Andre this the same as I'm telling you. This is why I felt the need and not joke around so much like I normally do. Really tell each one of y'all what it is the problem before the circus don't have no people in it again. Because I'm not finna carry this motherfucker for no whole 2-3 years while y'all go back and take time and sit y'all ass down in the jail and get 3 meals and hots and a cot. No, ma'am. No, sir. I'm not doing that. I'm getting ready to enjoy my old age. I'm getting ready to retire. I'm getting ready to focus on doing movies, producing them and directing them and living my dreams out. I'm not working while you and take care of the kids again while y'all take time off. No, ma'am, no, ma'am. So y'all need to start making the type of decisions. You guys got it. You guys are working together. You're figuring it out. Keep working. Stop here and make them see something that we don't want to see. That we already saw that. Let us build. You and John go down together and get the baby the help that he needs together. Do the counseling, baby, physical therapy. We'll watch that. We'll pay for that. Will we not, guys? Let me sub up if y'all agree. If we'll watch them change the baby's life and put him in some disabled competitions, and put him in some swim lessons and swim competitions. And John, you have an open field. You got 4 baby mamas all willing to work with you. You could literally get on here, and I'm gonna give y'all the gift of gab right now because I can see that y'all don't have a fucking clue. We would watch you go and spend time at each baby mama's house without sleeping with these baby mamas, because you can't sleep with these baby mamas and still be co-parent fairly amongst all 4 of them. Now, can you go over there and play daddy? Absolutely. What's his name does it? What's his name? And Nick Cannon. Absolutely. And then the one that's the maturest, you might be able to dibble. I mean, those at these points got 4 concubines, and we would love to watch you each different house and something productive with and for all of your children. And your numbers would skyrocket. And they wouldn't be the scum of the earth that's supporting you. They would love to sub up and donate, to this baby mama and to that baby mama, and still watch all the content. Javon, it should be playing basketball or football right now. Journey's getting ready to be doing tap ballet, and then Rela's getting ready to have her baby, and you can pull up with us and have the baby, and you can have Nevaeh's baby and still help with Superior, and we would still watch that. And what would we call that? We would call that proud dad. And for the moms who can't be respectful and responsible during their times or your times with the children, hey, scratch them off and get your visitation. Okay, and that's what you need to do, and that's what people want to see. You're almost 30 years old. The last thing we want to see is a 30-year-old man and a manly woman outside the street attacked by people who don't even have money or fame, and they're making it off of y'all for free for y'all to get one night of free clicks. You write music, write a song called Baby Mamas and put all 4 baby mamas on that bitch. Let everybody eat, open all the doors so everybody can do what they want to do. And then go find you a wife when you're who's okay with all of these different children and helping you raise all of these kids and get your vegetation in your house. But these 4 women are, they're not your wife. They're ever going to be anything other than what you've established already. Because once a woman is fed up, it ain't nothing you could do about it. And they all are playing with each other. They're not even playing with you. They're playing with each other. They don't want you each other. And for me, I gladly take my 10% from everyone. I gladly take my 10%. And instead of them having to have 40 different lives, you figure out what their lives are, what their value is, who got what subs, and then you pay each baby mama out of the same pot, which is what 6 Out was originally created for. But I'm getting tired of trying to get everybody on board the right thing. And you still could have got out of the 6 Out pot what you're getting out of the Twitch, and you wouldn't have had to go jumping through all these hoops because the proud subscribers to our family network are there and been there 4 years now, and they love more than just the drama and the fights. They appreciate the good, the bad times and the good times and the transparency. So, was it a great idea for Krishan to come to the front door for the baby shower? Absolutely. Did you have the right woman inside the house to understand and respect the program and then to run off and think that those numbers are your numbers, and knowing that they're 50%, they're everybody's numbers. They're my numbers, they're Jaden's numbers, they're Krishan's numbers, they're Blue's numbers. There's a you had a house, and to not, and for you both to sit there and not give Krishan the credit, A, for being brave enough, business minded, A, for being brave enough, business minded, is a total disrespect. And I can see why you sat in that back seat looking at that woman like she thought she was doing something. Well, we all know she wasn't. We all know that that could have been Jaden, and it would have been the same thing, because it was the same thing when you got out of jail and they pulled up together. So shout out to the people that kept their hands to themselves, because that means that you learned something. Picking up knives and stuff is, I don't even understand that. Picking up knives before you know, nobody in that house was gonna let nobody hurt no pregnant woman. I hope. Is there anything else that I'm leaving out? Because I don't see no comments in here. Did I touch on everything? I think I took everything. Nevaeh didn't belong at the club. No, she didn't. She looked like a goddamn fool sitting there in that white dress. Ain't clothes, ain't washed her ass. She went to the club, the after party, after the birthday shower. Girl, you know how fast I would have went home and got in my bathtub and let that motherfucker run around. You ain't fucking him anyway. Your doctor told you the placenta was low, and you don't be telling the truth, so he can't believe nothing that you say. Hell, if he asks me, I tell him, I don't believe nothing she say. She lie for no reason. Ain't nobody lie on the internet. They gonna run it back. Then get on here and say, she talked about my son. I said that you needed to spend more time talking to your son because he was behind where he should be. And that worried me, being that he got to be coming with you. That worried me. But then you went and you did exactly what I said. Put him in school. Get him situated. Get him a bedtime. You got mad at me because I tried to give you game to help you in your situation, and then twisted it around and tried to tell the people that I talked about your baby, because you wanted to be like Krishan and say I talked about baby. I never called your baby retarded, and I never called you retarded either, and just said your baby was going to be retarded, and I rebuked that in the name of Jesus for you. But I didn't see you look at him and get mad, because if a motherfucker would have told me the baby in my stomach was going to be retarded, I would have been more mad at them than the mama. But him put you on and do this. But when I put Rila on and she's on top of all of y'all because she really got what it takes, nobody crying about it. I don't want to hear nobody crying about it. Okay? You was be respectful for yourself and for your son. I didn't ask you anything wrong. I didn't try to sell none of your coochie. I didn't tell you to get on the internet and call you no bitch ass. I didn't do any of that to you. I didn't rip you of your dignity. You done sold your whole soul and your dignity on this motherfucker, and you got a nerve to be mad at me? Shame on you. Shame on you. Water break. That's good. How do you feel about her talking about Junior? I went back and I listened to what she said, and I'll be honest with you, I didn't hear her talk about him. I said she called the mother the baby enabler. And if you know me, you know I fuck with the truth. And if you can't refute the truth, then the truth is the truth. And I can't really be mad at the motherfucker that's speaking the truth. Y'all like to do that because y'all like to play favorites. and fans and all of that shit. But I personally don't think like that. She said she called the lady a baby disabler. That's what the whole internet has called her. That's what we've seen. And until she show us some documents or some paperwork, because it's very well. It could have been like, oh well, maybe their blood and DNA just didn't mix, and that's what happened. I don't know. Nobody knows exactly what happened but her. But the fact that she don't come out and correct it or refute it or show no different, show nothing, what it is, that means that she's accepted and taken accountability and responsibility. Um, so that's the only thing that I did hear her say, and I went to look for what she said about him. Um, and that just goes back to the fact of not being embarrassed and accepting if you have a disabled child. If I had a disabled child and somebody said your child is disabled, I sit on here and be mad at the person for telling the obvious. Yeah, duh, he's disabled, and this is what my plan is. This is what my program is. This is what we do every day. But the mere fact that we see everything that's going on in your life. We see you stream for 24 hours. We damn near see you wash your ass. And you won't get on here and show us mothers who are hoping for him any type of I couldn't imagine, like, why don't you just share any of these women are going on here sharing whole doctor appointments and sonograms. They could get on here and say something about what's going on, like I heard about the placenta and the low placenta, and she don't need to have sex or lift up nothing heavy. I mean, that's just how open and transparent you guys are being. So why are you holding back the most valuable content that you have in the world to share with people who actually pay? Okay, I don't know why you guys keep trying to work the numbers. You got 4 million followers and you're homeless. That means that you're not working the numbers correctly. And if y'all wouldn't have been cussing me out and talking crazy to me, I would have y'all. Because when you see the outcome of somebody with respect and with enough themselves and the family and the baby, you're gonna wish you had listened respectful. You don't see Jaden going through, and me and Jaden have had our words. We've seen, our internet with how I feel, how you feel, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. But you don't see us keeping no grudges when it comes to no kids. You don't see my grandbaby call me on the phone, and her mom in the background, and told her mama, take me to my grandmama right now. Now, could you imagine if she just said, no, we don't fuck with her no more? Could you imagine what that would do to my grandbaby? But y'all want to do stuff like that for kicks. Y'all want to do stuff like that for kicks. And I'll be honest with you. I will be told, unless we had a content agreement and I was in on it, your mother was goofy as hell for going to that baby shower. That bull. I'm gonna tell you right now, somebody treated my daughter anyway, other than I don't give a fuck if she sold pussy on Figueroa Boulevard night and day and night. You not about to sit here and act like my daughter ain't nothing. And the fact that y'all both sat there through that shit, unless there's a content agreement. I mean, people get on baddies and get beat up all day, unless there's a content agreement for what you went through. You really need to reevaluate which grandmother you want to help out with your children. Okay. Now I might not have been the best mother of the world, honey, but I'm striving to be the best grandmother there is. And there's actually no way that none of us would have sat through. We would have demanded some respect, at least during the baby shower. Now, if y'all want to get home and talk to each other crazy when y'all get home, that's fine. But you can fly me back right now. And if you want to come back with me, daughter, you can come too. Now, if you want to sit here and look like Boo Boo the Fool all night in this dumbass white dress that looked like a goddamn, that was a hot mess. You need some help. All of that shit was a hot mess. I didn't like none of it. I didn't like the hair. I didn't like the makeup. I didn't like the dress. I didn't like the shoes. I didn't like the energy. I didn't like the people around you. I didn't like the way, I didn't like the fake smile. I didn't like the fake hugs. I didn't like the fake kisses. I didn't like none of the bullshit. And no, I didn't go. And I know my son probably was hurt that I didn't go because there's nothing more that you want than for your mom to be a part of, you know, the fucked up shit that you're doing. But you're not going to talk to me like that and then expect for me to go. And then you don't teach these women how to have no respect. And you think when you run off and leave them that I'm just going to take some crazy ass woman and her kids and help them out? No, sir. Mm-mm. Girl, how fast I would have said fuck you. How fast I would have said fuck you in this baby shower. Why they're okay with it. And then I'm gonna tell you why I understand why John does the things that he does. They're both there on a mission to use him. He knows that they violated and disrespected his whole by bringing that bullshit and them cats and them dog and all them things in there that they brought in that house. And some people, when it comes to me, like Jonathan, he gonna sit there, all of that with you, and look you in your face and tell you your time's up. The numbers ain't, because he knows good and God well, just like the rest of us, that y'all are there to use him because nobody else in their right mind would have been there if they wasn't. So y'all are using each other. Y'all are both using each other, and that's fine if that's what y'all agreement is. That's okay. Some people got to do what they got to do. Some people get a sugar daddy. I got a sugar daddy, somebody that was gonna love on me and help me with my kids, honey. I wasn't trying to get no music deal, no movie credits, or no clout, or none of that shit. So I get it if you got to do what you got to do, and you feel like you got to do what you got to do, but don't be mad at the other person. Don't be mad. I couldn't be mad at the sugar daddy when the jig is up, and he can't be mad at me when I'm ready to go be in a real relationship. We had an agreement. It worked for us. We gained from it. We moved on. And that's what I do appreciate about Jonathan, is that he is treating people the way he knows they don't. He know that girl don't fuck with him because ain't nobody that fuck with you finna sit there. She didn't even drop a motherfucking tear. That whole bullshit we watched, that motherfucker couldn't even fake a tear out her eye duct. Did y'all see one tear? All I saw was, motherfucker, I'm finna hurry up and get this shit so I can get my followers up, get my money up, get my stream up, and I'll do you just how you. That's all I saw. And men know when you're doing that. Men know. He know you wasn't finna go over there and cry when he said, "Don't mess your makeup up." That motherfucker knew you wasn't finna drop a tear. Okay? And he know when Krishan start crying, she crying about not having her mom and her dad love on her like everybody else, okay? He know. As soon as I start crying in the house trying to get them to sweep the floor or do the dishes, he know I'm crying about my mama. He know I'm crying about them bills. He know I'm in here faking trying to get them to sweep and mop and clean up this goddamn house. Ain't nobody dumb. Okay? He know your mama don't give a fuck neither. He know your mama sitting there with you, working with you to do that. It didn't give me. It didn't give me. I didn't see her. I didn't see any real, other than I'm pregnant by a goddamn pimp. That's all I got from it. And they were both emotionless. And if Krishan was in Baltimore, that lady would have turned up. Only reason she ain't turned up is because the other woman was there. When a woman loves you, it ain't about the other woman. It ain't about the other woman when a woman loves you. Krishan was in Baltimore and he knew he was gonna go anywhere but with Krishan. texted her and I told her, I said, don't trust nobody. Don't drink nothing. Don't, you know what I'm saying? I'm still looking out for my grandbaby. And I don't even like that. Don't drink nothing nobody. Don't drink nothing nobody hand you. You don't trust nobody. I tell you over there, keep motherfuckers. Like, girl, I try to tell you. Now, if I done went over there and got my ass whooped, why in the fuck is you not listening to what I'm telling you? I told her, keep your mouth shut, get your bag, do you. That's it. Take your money and go home. He know you don't fuck with him. Do you think Krishan, you and Krishan, at the police department, at the police department, her light and her triggers is just, they off the charts and they're not getting any better. And I hate that for her, because there's nothing more that I would love than to just meet her at the gate, take the baby and tell her to go ahead, come back next week. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you then to be wondering like who she done handed this baby off to now, you know? So she just want to be loved right. She can't be wanting to be loved right when she came in there knowing that she just destroyed Jaden's whole future, tampered with kids. Like you it's hard to want. That's like me wanting to be happy with my husband and I took him from some other woman and now she's somewhere unhappy and miserable. It's just not, I would just never ever do that. I just couldn't. And the fact that you're okay with that and then you don't understand why the other person is hurt or mad is crazy. Like, she don't give Jaden no, like, no, you know what I'm saying? No, you just did. Now this lady then came along and she doing it to you, and now you got to go through it, and you going back and forth with them, and somebody gonna do it to her. And meanwhile, Angela is just somewhere sipping on tea and keeping in contact and waiting on him to calm down and get his life together. Living her best life, living for her mom, living out her dreams, and still keeping in contact and still being a good person and not, you know what I'm saying? That's somebody that he could turn around one day and say, damn, you loved me. You loved me through it all. And nothing changed the way you treated me. You just moved yourself out the way like women do. Went and got your bag, went and got your bread, did your life, did your thing. And when they sit down and get old, Angela's probably going to be the one who end up with him. If she keep up with her looks and her body and her weight, she probably going to be the one end up with him. Watch. But everybody will get what they want. Nevaeh wants an album deal. She wants to sing. She thinks she could sing. She thinks she's talented. She do. She told me that. She said if she, out of her own mouth, she said if he gave me what he gave, if he give me what he give Krishan and Jaden, I will be so forever grateful and appreciative. She's so happy people want to take pictures with her and, you know, do all of that fame stuff. That part I never really got into that. I mean, and maybe because I'm older, but she really wants to be like Jaden and Krishan. She wants to be famous, and there's nothing that I don't knock people who desire to be in front of the cameras. That's their nature. I desire to be in movies. That's the nature. Um, sings. She sings, so she just waiting for her moment. I don't know how many kids she gonna get up in her before she realize kids. I don't know how they think. I'm gonna tell you what I would have did. I'm gonna tell you what I would have did if I was her. I would have definitely not had no baby. I would have definitely been running around with him. Everybody needs a babysitter, right? Ashley don't need no babysitter. Angie don't need no babysitter. Everybody need a babysitter, right? Now he getting ready. He going all over here and all over there. The probation just ended. He about to be all over here and all over there, and y'all about to be somewhere babysitting. How you gonna get a career and do this and do all of that with new babies and babies? You got to be in the house, in the closet, whining and complaining. Now your mama was there last night, and so you had a babysitter for Superior. Because I hope you ain't just leaving them with anybody. You had a babysitter for Superior, and then you had the baby in the oven, and you was out with him having a good. If you were still, you know what I'm saying, with that one kid, keeping your mouth closed and getting your music. Who's getting ready to watch the baby? She thought she was securing the bag. You couldn't have thought that. That's what I mean about when I say I don't care what her mom said. She didn't graduate. She didn't graduate from Independence or whatever the hell her mama said. They lied. They made that shit up. You ain't graduated and got no high school diploma and thought. Because they teach you that. Don't they teach you that in high school? Baby ain't going to stay if you have a baby. I know if they didn't teach you, classmates taught you. Okay, now it's one thing if you just was having a good time like Rela. Shit got to get, and you know what I'm saying? And you got pregnant. Boom, damn, fuck, I'm stuck. But to be over there and it's three, you gotta share with three people. You gotta be strong for that. You not strong for that. Because if you were strong for that, you would have got yourself after that baby shower. I bet you that motherfucker ain't made a thank you post to nobody that threw her that baby shower either. Because the way I would have had Callie wake up in the morning and thanks for that beautiful baby shower, you were supposed to get up and say people that came to the baby shower, and maybe she did, and I don't know. Thank you to the people who threw the baby shower. Thank you to the people who sent the gifts. You're supposed to open the gifts, share the gifts, and thank the people. And girl, you were supposed to go home, get your bubble bag, get your bubble bag. He would have Blue think he would have thought about it. Oh, she finna go to the crib with her mama, and she know Krishan out here. Oh, this don't feel right. I would have definitely got that altar up out of that man's house. He already told you he's a Christian. You're violating him. You're violating mother. You're violating him, my father. You're violating his aunts, his uncles. You're violating everybody who prays for him and loves him. Violation. You don't deserve anything. You don't deserve anything. Nobody feels sorry for you. You violated Jesus Christ. Nobody gives a fuck about you crying or feeling sad. We were all laughing. We all laughed. We're not sorry. Okay, because if you're an enemy of Jesus Christ, you're an enemy of ours, and we don't feel bad for you. I'm sorry. It's a sin for us to feel bad for you. Isn't it a sin? I think it's a sin to feel bad for people that do things against Jesus Christ, the Father, the Son, or the Holy Spirit. It's a sin for us to feel bad, so we have to laugh. It's our job to laugh, okay? So the violation was bringing the stuff in the house. I would have went home, got rid of, threw all that shit outside. It would have been on the curb. Like, you know what? I was wrong. I disrespected your house. Because, you know, him trying to fuck around and go, you really going to be in trouble. If they start matching up Jesus and working on Jesus together, you're going to be really in trouble. That's where you're going to have a problem at. That's where you, and if Krishan really liked John the way she liked John, then that's where they met every Sunday, was at the church. Okay. But I ain't gonna help nobody out over there. Anyway, I would have threw the stuff outside. Hey, boom. Apologize. Boom. Gave him the biggest thank you, hug, and kiss for the baby shower, even though it started off crazy and you was on your TikTok, job, whatever you was on. I give your bread. Thank you for the baby shower. I've had the whole kid. I But anyway, never had one before. You know what I'm saying? Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I'm gonna go home and wait for you. Go home, take you a bubble bath, make sure the sheets is clean, make sure your baby is in the bed. Give your mom a hug and a kiss and say, you know, I know that was a lot, but you know, we on some content shit. We doing our job, we doing our thing, and he should be here in a little bit. Go in the bedroom. He know your mama there. He ain't finna make you look like a fool 2 nights in a row. Get in your bed because man would have started thinking, why does she want to go home? Maybe she fixing to move out and have my baby like the other did in Baltimore. You would have had him thinking so many thoughts. Come on with it, girl. He would have had to pull up on you. He would have pulled up. Should have shut your damn mouth, gave a hug and a kiss, went home and waited with some clean sheets because we know they dirty as fuck. With a bubble bath, took all that bullshit out your hair, let your hair down because Jonathan don't like that. Let your pretty curls down, put you some fresh PJs on, got your bag ready for the, you know, for the labor. I know you tried to do the little fake, like, oh, I feel a labor pain. You know, that didn't work. You shouldn't even try that. I wouldn't even try. He knew that shit. Jonathan is smarter than y'all think, girl. I used to fake cry so my kids would sweep the floor or mop. I'm just so tired and nobody helps me. And then as soon as I do that, you know, after 2 or 3 years of them mopping and sweeping and patting me on my back, then they start doing the fake cry with me. You look so ugly when you do that. You saying like they don't have no sympathy. Their mama done drained all the all that. Anyway, get a ride, do something different. Going to the club and sitting there by yourself at a table, pretending like you on beat. You know what I'm saying? You got a whole belly under the table. If somebody that got shucking and driving, shooting, or anything would have popped off, here you are. He looking at you like everything for a nigga but your kids. You doing all this to be around my raggedy ass. You doing all this to be around my raggedy ass to prevent me from this other raggedy ass, and we'll do this, and you in here with 9 months pregnant because he didn't want Krishan to be outside when she was pregnant. Remember that? Y'all be thinking that he really don't want y'all to be out there to shine. He don't even want his out there. He begged me. He don't want his sister out there. You see, his sister said, you know what? You right. If he don't want his sister out there in them streets making music when he ain't around, you don't know. That's why I gotta call you on the phone like, hey, bitch, I know you slow. You ain't got no diploma. Your mama a dumbass too. She got you at the club and you're 9 months pregnant. You due next week. I'm gonna give you some game. Don't drink shit. Don't drink nothing nobody hand you. I'm not lying. I text her. Damn, this lady is 9 months pregnant. Finna have my Leo grandbaby probably on my birthday. And she might fall or somebody might push her, shove her. Now the baby's slow and some more bullshit. And John is just looking at her the same way like, you a trifling ass mama. You at the club and you do next week. I wouldn't give a fuck if it was a lounge bar. If you don't go. Now, if it's white people and they hanging around and the police and it's safe, then go. But if it's a couple gang members in the corner over there, then why would you go to that? Why would you jeopardize just to try to block some shit you can't call? You force them niggas to have to try under the sun. You're no better than them. A whole mother in the you didn't even have sense enough to take a change. Put a sweatsuit on so you be a little incognito with it. You outside in the goddamn dusty white dress that Whack done spilled the shit on. In the next spot, coochie sweating, the secretions coming out. You do next week. Who in the fuck does that? Barefoot, no panties. Now that's some Caucasian shit there. Honey, we gonna put some panties on to catch that motherfucking baby if it try to come out on us, right, girls? Shit, our grandmama told us you better put them big Baduka drawers on. That baby starts sliding out that motherfucking you ain't got no panties on. He gonna hit the floor. I hope he's on. But y'all, what we can say is we watched her mama watch all of that. Girl, you, your mama, your son, y'all was supposed to go put y'all pajamas on, be in the house partying and dancing. Girl, ain't nobody don't nobody care about a bitch that's fucking your nigga when you 5 days due. That's her trifling ass fault. You think we would have gave a fuck? You think, girl, we would have all been like, "Ooh, she's a nasty bitch. She over there fucking that girl baby daddy, and she due next week, and they live in the house together." That's a trifling ass. Girl, you should have let us. You should have let us talk about her for you. I didn't call her grandbaby stupid and or the R word. That's a lie. They're not stupid, they're slow. There's a difference. I never called nobody retarded, and I never that was a lie that they told you. I told you these people lie. You know why they lie? Because there's no truth in them. You a ass woman, there's no need to lie. If I call somebody retarded, I just say I called the motherfucker retarded. Oh, my kids some crazy shit. Ask them. Where you think they got that mouth from? I done called my kids some I might have called one of my kids retarded. No, we saw it. She called. No, I did not. I called him. Oh, you talking about somebody else? Nevaeh called Junior that. I didn't hear her call him retarded. She didn't call him retarded. She did not do that. Nevaeh didn't call him retarded. She said the baby disabler. That's what I heard her say. Now, if she called him retarded, retarded, if she called him retarded, then Jonathan needs to leave her alone, because that just means that she's not fixing to help your baby if she think your baby retarded. How does a pregnant lady call I might call you retarded, but definitely not when I'm pregnant. Shit,
Yeah, for sure.
Like, is you cool?
Oh, you ain't supposed to talk no shit when you're pregnant, because you don't know the hell you in there.
You don't know what that last minute. You
don't know
he might come out with an extra ear, an extra nose. You don't call no girl. You need to wait until your baby come out to call somebody baby retarded. Girl, cause them doctors, they be thinking, oh, they told me my baby ain't retarded. They told my baby ain't slow. Girl, it's a many of women they told that shit to. And when that baby come out, it's just retarded as it could be. So you need to wait on Jesus, honey. Cause you don't, when you curse God and you say crazy stuff about God, you have, and you worshiping idols, you gotta wait to see what the devil gonna give you, baby. You got to wait and see what the devil gonna give you. Because you might be getting one of his kids, because you already said you don't fuck with God. You already said that you don't believe in Jesus. You may not have no mercy in that delivery room. Grabbed a knife and said, "Where is your son? He needs." He needs to be in therapy. And Blue said, I thought I said no baby bashing. Well, you see, she picked her words kindly. She did. She said he needs to be in therapy. So what her words is why is this lady at his front door when the baby should be at therapy today? That wasn't a low blow. That was a high blow. I would have said that too. Why is the lady got time to be over here? I know they class or two that they could be at, that he could be at while I had his damn baby shower due next week. It's not her place. That's her man. And that's her, that she at the house, that is her place. She also antagonizing Krishan a few months ago by telling her that Superior can walk and talk and unlike Junior. Mm, what? They ain't scared at all. Girl, I don't make fun of nobody's mental health. I don't make fun of no junkies. Anything I see my kids doing, honey, I do not. I do not make fun of it. I'm sorry. If the mental people ask me, if the people ask me, if the weed people ask me, honey, what? This is too much for real. Brown Sugar said this is too much. You didn't know none of this either, Brown Sugar, or you did know? Oh, so that's why she grabbed that knife. She know Krishan gonna get in that ass. She know Krishan gonna get in that. Now now saying somebody need to take their baby to counseling, and when people tell me that's why your son girl about that, I'm about to argue with you about something that's evident. Or your son is a think he's a womanizer. I'm not about to argue with you about what I know he got a problem with. He's been having this problem for a long time. I praise about it. Okay. I pray patient woman, somebody that drives him and motivates him mentally, somebody that could teach him and tell him, you don't got to do all of this for content. You got 4 baby mamas that are all very, very, what's the word? That are all very, what's the word? Y'all help me with the word. Entertaining, talented. There we go. You got 4 talented, entertaining baby mamas. You got a whole fucking show. You after that. You got real entertainment, but they don't trust the process of it. Took me 4 years to get 100 something thousand solid subscribers on Patreon. Family stuff. And yeah, we have some family problems over there. Callie and my husband was just into it big time. Took us 30 days for me to see my grandkids. They're watching real live content. That what y'all doing? Don't nobody. We scared. Y'all scaring us. Okay, I thought Krishan was gonna kill the lady last night. I was scared for that lady. Somebody woke me up and told me to look at that shit, and I thought Krishan was gonna leave that lady on the goddamn floor dead. That's what I thought. And y'all keep playing just because you get your boxing license until she had that first fight. Until she okay, she ain't had that first fight. She liable to knock one of y'all damn heads off. That's why you don't see me fucking going over there. Okay? So stop messing with that lady right now until she had that first fight. Then we can talk shit again, okay? Because them licenses ain't licensing the way they cover your ass yet. I mean, and she probably is gonna whoop ass eventually because I mean I will whoop somebody's ass in jail about my kids. So, honey, she probably gonna get whooped, and that's gonna be a good reason. Ain't none of us finna feel bad for you either. Cause you could have kept talking about Krishan and what she needed to do and what she could have and not called nobody. I didn't hear the retarded. So I really hope that, and that's probably why Jonathan is not comfortable with somebody. Like, how am I supposed to bring these kids in here with you? I mean, you're talking about the children that I need you to raise. I don't need my mama to raise them. I don't need my daddy to raise them. I need a woman that's going to be in here and help me raise these kids. She already fucked up her position because can't nobody trust you with their kids. The devil in. And you done brought the altars in.
It's over.
And yeah, it's over. See, you're on a time limit. You're really on a time limit because this man is going to look crazy to ask any of his other baby mamas. They're going to come over there and jump on you together.
She had me at the altar.
Brought a whole altar in knowing this man is a Christian. Now, if he was one of them losers who didn't know Christ and was telling you I'm not a religious person, but he done told the internet and everybody on the internet that I believe in Jesus Christ. And we watch you disrespect and defile his house by bringing that bullshit in there. And just because he laughed don't mean it's fair game to laugh, because he gonna laugh fucking ass when you back over there at that shelter. It's gonna be fair game. Ha ha ha. The joke's on you. And for your mom not to be putting you on, telling you you can't do that to somebody that believes in Jesus Christ. You can't disrespect him. There's people that pray for him. There's his family, his grandma. You're disrespecting so many people. Even when I told her don't take the cat over there, his other kids is allergic, and you did it anyway. It's like you, and then you want us to feel sorry for you. I'm not gonna feel sorry for you. Right, the mama on there. And we heard you tell the people last week you didn't graduate and you gonna get your GED. Then your mama get on here and help you lie and say you didn't get the GED, instead of just saying I'm supporting you to get your GED. And then y'all said the lady was cute, and I seen the lady on the goddamn without the filter, and the lady wasn't cute. Okay, the cute was not cute. Y'all told a motherfucking lie over there. Girl, Jonathan seen her mama and he said, no. This what you gonna look like when you get old. No. I ain't calling her ugly at all. I'm just saying that the mama's not attractive, okay? The looks ran out, something ran out. I don't know what ran out, but it ain't run back in, honey. And I hope the grandbaby look like his side of the family. She got pregnant thinking it was going to. She had to know better, though, because we see that it didn't lock nobody in. It gets worse. Go watch the clip. King Harris. She has a stupid ass baby last night, right before she left. Oh Lord. But you see, that's why I tell Jonathan, this why God tell us, but God, this why God tell us don't mix with them people. Don't mix with them people. That's why he tell us don't mix with them. Now you finna have a baby with a lady with altars and jingle bells and what you call them things, the things they have at church, tambourines and shit. And hey, he on his own. I told her don't bring that cat in there, and she thought everything I was telling her was for Jaden. Girl, Jaden is a grown woman. I am not here to monitor the grown people. I'm telling you don't bring the cat because not only is the kids allergic, John is allergic. But I didn't tell her that on purpose. Sometimes some mama's gonna when you don't listen. Oh, these said just follow. Oh, welcome to the chat, guys. Welcome. We just cleaning up over here, getting ready for my birthday. And I know y'all wanted me to get on here and leave my 2 cents. So I did. And I plan to just keep giving my 2 cents the whole way through. Now that I don't have I'm not a fan favorite of anyone, that it is what it is. Everybody got their own shit going on, and I'm just gonna be here to say what I say. Since they don't listen to me, y'all will tell them, and they'll listen to y'all, because everybody listening to y'all. I don't like she cusses in front of y'all and how she talk to you at John's house. I think all the kids kind of get comfortable with me. They think I'm cool. I'm the cool mom. And then I don't look old as they mom. So they be forgetting and they get a little comfortable. So I don't never fault them for doing their little cussing and stuff. You know, my daddy don't trip on me when I cuss in front of him. I try to limit my cuss words with my mom and my dad, but they still come out. They never bash me for it. Calling me a bitch. Oh, she calls me a bitch regularly.
Ooh.
Nevaeh.
Like
Even when we just
bitch,
chilling.
Like bitch.
No, like this bitch, like it just be like, huh? And I just look at her and you know, like, okay, maybe that's how her mom, you know, white people raise their kids a little different. When Krishan calls me a bitch, it's because you know, she just disrespectful regardless. She don't have no home training at all.
Do it be like
No, Krishan
bitch,
be
look
like,
at
fuck
this.
you, bitch. Like
that?
no, Krishan be like, fuck you, bitch, die, bitch, like that. Like, how y'all more mad at me than the person that you dealing with? I didn't do it, but they all take their turns being mad at me because they feel like, you know, of course, I'm naturally always gonna have a place for Jaden in my heart that they'll never ever get to because I met her when she was 12 years old. She traveled with me. She was at my wedding, had my second grandchild. There was no question about DNA or none of this stuff. Like when Jonathan, he put himself on having one baby mama. He hates that he has to say four. He hates that with a passion. He's just a regular goofy nigga now. Like he always said he was happy about having one baby mama, and that's all he was gonna have was one. He could have had it. That's all he would have is one baby mama. But men gotta understand and real.
Everybody's loving that Grubhub deal with Prime, huh?
Amazon member, go to Amazon.com/Grubhub. I get the free Grubhub chip and start ordering with $0 delivery fees on Grubhub. Eligible orders only. Terms and additional fees apply.
What a hotel, right? And only $250 a night for my favorite site. What? You didn't check Trivago?
I got mine for $155. You have to check Trivago.
Oh yeah? Prove it.
On Trivago, you can compare hotel prices from multiple different sites.
Even your favorite one.
Look, same hotel, $100 less.
You didn't check Trivago? I didn't check Trivago.
Check Trivago to compare prices and save up to 40%. Hotel? Trivago.
Hurry in during Make This the Summer event for a great American deal. Get 0% APR financing or $4,500 bonus cash on Jeep Grand Cherokee, or get 4.9% APR financing for 70 months on Wagon. For the best selection of 2026 models from America's most patriotic brand during the Jeep Make This the Summer event.
Or right now during the Jeep Make This the Summer event, get $4,500 total bonus cash allowance on all 2026 Jeep Grand Cherokee models. See your local Jeep brand dealer.
Fuck the shit, fuck the situation. I love you more than my whole body. And so I commend him for being with somebody that he's probably growing fond of her now that she's been in the house. Not because she's cleaning up and cooking and doing womanly mother you, but because she is there and she's, you know, it's always comforting to have somebody there and to watch your baby grow, let your baby hear your voice. Non-confrontational. I haven't really seen her hit him for real, although she probably has. But she had. I mean, I've been watching the lives, and she haven't put her hands on her. She hasn't been aggressive or violent, and so that's always a plus. And to be able to have a kid with somebody and enjoy the process and the peace is always a good thing. So I do commend him for taking her in, and even though she had another kid, and making sure that the place and she does share. So I commend him for sitting there, whether they stay together, not together, whatever they decide to do. I commend him for making sure that he was with her throughout this pregnancy, and you know, when the doctor said not to have sex, stop sex, even though once as a man, your placenta's low, you should not have sex. Just because he comes back the next week or two and says, okay, your placenta's fine, it's still in the man's mind, and he don't want to hurt the baby. Look what he already got a situation. The last thing a man wants is another baby He's probably terrified. I'm terrified. And you got to be careful who you have kids with because you be terrified. You should be terrified. Do I think Nevaeh is a decent mom now? There's a lot of things that she needs help with, I think, and hopefully her mom sticks around and helps her out with that. But there's a lot of things that she needs help with, and a lot of things that Jonathan, me, my family are afraid of. That she did with her first kid. Case in point, like with him, me having to tell her, him saying, and the way he was communicating is what I told her. That's a lack of you not talking to him. And I would have told you that if we was having conversation, but you chose to be a smartass. So I just tell you through the internet like I tell everybody else. You got to communicate with your kid to get them to talk. You can't do all of that baby talk. Like all of that stuff that Krishan does to the baby. If you was getting physical, use your words. Don't do the boo boo baby gaga. You can't talk like that. Even if they are moving slow, you use words. Use your words. You have to read to your kid. I've never seen any of these women. I have seen Krishan recently, but during their pregnancy, like Rila is sitting over there reading to her baby and setting the mood and the music and providing good energy. Jaden did the same thing. Callie, same thing. The things that I see these other ladies doing, hurry up, I just want to get the baby out of me. It's like, enjoy your pregnancy. I can't remember. You're going to lose the thought of the pregnancy one day. You know what I'm saying? Like you want to try to remember, like I could remember a little bit of Blue, a little bit of Callie, a little bit of Dre, but I can't remember everything that I would like to remember. And luckily for y'all get to have cameras and she ain't going to want to watch none of this shit. But you should have those none of these rewinds. You should have moments where you're just we haven't seen her in a rocking chair or just it's scaring me how they are with their pregnancy. Like most of us moms loved the whole process of that. Like, yeah, you get a little antsy, but you want this motherfucker out of me. I want it out of me. It's just like, oh, it crushes me to watch them. It crushes me. And I know that too. That's why he's trying to tell her, the way you treat your son is like a little girl. So he's trying to tell her, but he ain't doing it in the right way. And like I told him, if you don't help fix that, and her son decides to do something against what your principles are or how you want him to not cry and whine all the time, your kid's gonna learn from that kid. Believe it or not, every journey is as fast as she is because of Javon. When your other kid is walking around talking to you and pick up the energy they pick up, and like I told John from the beginning, whatever you see her doing with her kid, that's what your kid is gonna be like. So, and same thing when John's dad came in my life, he made Andre a good example. He showed Johnny and Andre love and respect and took good care of them because he know when he not there, them two people is gonna impress their spirits upon your kid. And trust and believe, when they act, Blue literally acts like all three of them, with a splash of his cousins and everybody else he grew up with. Okay, so I say all that to say him trying to do this last minute like microwave, micromanage, just in case she decides to go home. She have her baby, she might not want to be there. Hell, he didn't know Krishan was gonna get up and go have her baby all the way in Baltimore. And luckily she no other kids to impress upon baby Krishan, but I mean she's doing her thing. So I think he's trying to get Nevaeh's son to talk with, but talk regular, talk proper, and stand up for himself, all of that whining, because at 4 years old, and I'm not putting nobody's business out there that didn't put their own business out there. She said the baby daddy was bothering the son, touching him or whatever. At 4 years old, your son should be able to tell you, and you shouldn't have to guess or wonder at 4 years old. I made sure by the time my kids was, if you touch Journey wrong, she gonna come tell you. Am I right? Journey is going to let a motherfucker know, private parts. Don't touch me. Like, she has her own little skill set that we're not what's happening or what's going on. We're gonna know. Him, if she was doing what she needed to do with her son at 4 years old, he would know that too. He's bright, he's funny, he's loving. And I told her, I said, you just paid attention to what I said you needed to do. You didn't pay attention to the good things that I did say. You didn't pay attention that John loves the fact that he's an Aquarius kid. That acts minus wine and, okay. Now all keep whining and crying. He's the only child. He's, Andre was a little crybaby too, because he's the oldest and he didn't, and it was just me. So I get it, but when somebody else getting ready to have a kid with you, they watching that. All you do is cuss at him. We never see you gentle parent. And that's fine if you want to be firm with him, but if you being so firm with him, why the hell is he whining and crying all the goddamn time? He doesn't. And at the time, I was telling her the communication that that we were just two grandparents worried about how we see that you there. We see that you put the time in. We see that you're not ripping and running and leaving him. We see you with Superior. We appreciate that. But the fact that when you're with him, you still need to give him some of his own quality time. Okay. And we see y'all on live, and most of us see that we not appreciate. If it was our grandkid, we wouldn't want that. He can't even tell you if the daddy touching him or not. You just think that. And then you go out and say it is even worse. Because he could have wiped his butt, and now you in something said just to even put that out in the world like that, and you don't know for sure. And do the dad like that, now your son gonna think that his daddy touched him in the world. And you did all of that for Jonathan, because I don't think you would have did that if you was by yourself. You would have took your time and did your homework and your research. But anyway, I say all that to say, because this is stuff that she already put out. These are my opinions. This is how I feel about it. I hate that the baby's 4 years old and you don't know, or you're not sure, and you said anyway. We heard you say that to the police. We heard you, and the man could have gotten in trouble and maybe didn't even do nothing. But anyway, I don't like how she cusses in front of y'all. And I already read that. Hold on. Kershawn, the only one who slid for Blue last night. His friend stepped out when he got knocked down. Who knocked Blue down? Who knocked Blue down? What is y'all talking about? The cornstarch is a substitute for the Xanax. Look it up. Well, I'd rather her eat the cornstarch than take the Xanax. So, fuck. Y'all doing y'all homework in this bitch. Thank you for that, girl. If that's what she eating, I tried to tell her, because I used to eat rocks off the ground. I told her she's missing iron. So
my mama did too.
Yeah, it's just it's a lack of something. I told her what it was, and if she didn't go get the iron pills, and she'd rather give the baby a cornstarch headache. You could probably get diabetes from that. You could do a lot of things. So I would prefer her not feed the baby cornstarch. But if she got to feed the baby cornstarch instead of the Xanax, I'll take it. Pika, what's that?
That's what y'all got.
Pika? Mm-hmm. You heard of it? Mm-hmm. She thinks she could. She thinks she good because she got whacked. That's gonna be in the delivery room. Oh, that's absolutely great. That's absolutely great. Whatever it is. My grandkids and my son when he was in jail, but hey, better late than never. If that's who you're relying on, good luck with that. Diva called you John and Junior. Krishan, the only one fought for him. New video out. of your son and down except Rock. They saying Blue and Tiny got into it. They saying Rock fought Tiny's sister. I think he might